an honor and a pleasure to be with you all. How do you say that in Cebuano? Maayong gabi. Maayong gabi sa inyo tanan. Ang aking topic ngayon ay tungkol sa karapatang pantao. What? Science bootcamp, tapos karapatang pantao yung topic. At eto na ako, magsasalita sa mga science scholars tungkol sa history at human rights. Ano bang kinalaman nyo dyan? Mga scientist. Diba? Kayong mga scientist. Gets nyo? Scientist. How to become from scientist to scientist. Yung science, sobrang halaga niya. Pinakamahalaga yan na kailangan matutuhan ng Pinoy. At syempre, since karapatan ng ating topic, hindi na noon yan puro karapatan. Dapat mayroong tungkol sa responsibilidad. Lalong-lalo na kayo scholar ng bayan. Diba? Nagpaparal sa inyo ang mga, hindi lang yung mga professional, pati yung mga maliliit, yung mga ice cream vendor, yung mga waiter, yung mga bus driver, yung mga nagpaparal sa atin. Kaya may responsibilidad din. Mamaya pag-usapan natin, bakit gano'n? Bakit gano'n? May gano'n tayong karapatan at responsibilidad. Alright, so please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dagdag subscribers. The topic for today is human rights. And ang discourse ngayon is that there is no Filipino concept of human rights. Walang human rights. That is a Western concept. You get me? Yan ay yung individual human rights is a Western concept. You get me? So, walang Filipino concept daw. So, dapat isang tabi na natin yan. What is more important, what is important to me is not human rights, but human lives. Gets yan? Sige. So, yun yung kwento. No? So, at tanong natin, meron bang concept talaga ng human rights sa kasaysayan Pilipino? Yun ang titignan natin ngayong araw na ito. At anong kinalaman ng scientist? Diyan sa, diyan sa konsepto na yan. Okay. Ano ba? Hindi natin kailangan daw ng freedom at ng human rights. Bakit? Because we have so much freedom already. Diba? Sabi ng isang vlogger sa kanyang vlog na hindi naman vlog, Facebook page. Oo, kasi mukha usod vlog. Facebook page yun. Sabi niya, do we really need freedom or do we need discipline? Kasi konsepto niya ng freedom is freedom to do the bad things. At kaya makita mo daw ang mga Pilipinang krimen ay sobra-sobra kaya. Sobra-sobra ang krimen. Hindi natin masolve. Ang drugs, my God, I hate drugs. Hindi ko sinasabing hindi problema yun. But are we really solving the problem? But that's another story.
From Nelson Mandela. Next. Martin Luther King. Next, please. Mahatma Gandhi. Next, please. The Dalai Lama. Go. Dr. Joseph Bio. And may I also take this opportunity to acknowledge and give recognition to Ma'am Arlene G. Torre. Arlene, the head of the DOST 6 Scholarship for all the years of serving the scholars of the region. She was already there at DOST sa more than 30 plus years ago. Nung maging scholar din po ako sa undergraduate, siya na po yung tumutulong sa amin. Wala pa pong Bernie Cangrejo, ay meron na pong the Ma'am Arlene Torres sa DOST. And she said that she will be retiring soon. But here she is now with us, very much active for the scholars. So madamo giga salamat, Ma'am Arlene, salamat gid. You are professionally excellent not because you know everything. Si Miss Patricia Non, the founder of the Maginhawa Community Pantry, which by the way is still in operation, embodies community outreach and volunteerism, doing servant leadership, and yes, you too have the power to serve others. Again, from the lines of the credo of the Filipino Patriot Scholar, I believe that my education and scholarship have empowered me to lead and serve my community, particularly those who have less in life. So you are already empowered to lead and serve. Kahit anuman ang iyong katayuan, edad o ganap sa buhay, ay may kakayahan ka at kapangyarihan ka para mamuno at tumulong. But even being empowered, leading humbly is still the path of servant leadership. As DOST scholars, be proud, but not be boastful. Be honored, but stay humble. Dahil ang sabi nga naman, hindi mo ikamamatay ang pagpapakumbaga. Dahil ang sabi sa Quran, person of influence, and that influence is used to make a positive difference in the lives of people, your organization, your community, your country, you are well on your way to becoming a great leader. At the end of this session, participants will be able to relate and reflect on the importance of the core values of the DOST SEI Scholar of servant leadership, professional excellence, and social responsibility as foundation values on becoming better and successful self-leaders, team leaders, and people leaders in the future. So let me ask you again these questions. Who are you? Why are you here? Confident and excited and hopeful and thankful and happy. Well, whatever you are feeling right now, relax. Because you are now with your comrades, in a company of friends, in the family of scholars. You all belong here. You are never be judged here. So just enjoy and be yourself. Just be who you are.
How we will become successful in life. What about you? What is your first reaction when you're faced with a challenging situation? Do you whine? Do you complain incessantly? Complain a bit? Do you make excuses for failures? In the beginning, it's perfectly fine to entertain your emotions. It's okay to complain a bit, but don't make it a habit. You have to be a bigger person to try and think and overcome these difficult situations. A world-class team that is ready to tackle any challenge that comes in. So, this is not easy though. That's why leaders are paid higher. Leadership is not for everyone. Especially if you're not a people person, this is hard. And especially if there's really someone in the team you hate so much, right? There are just people that, obnoxious and sometimes you hate, right? That is why it is very imperative to develop this sense of belongingness while you're young. So busy in life that you forget to spend time with the people that are important to you, your family, your friends, the people that need you the most. So it's important to reflect, am I still me? Am I still doing the things that make me happy? Am I still doing the creed, the UST creed, right? True to being myself? And if you're not, then try to get back on course, right? Because sometimes you become so entrenched to pleasing others, correct? So that's why you like to post in social media to get the likes, right? And there's one good quote that always reminds me about keeping myself in check, right? Sometimes we like to buy the things we do not want, we do not need, with money we don't have, just to impress the people that we don't like. So you see the paradox of life there. You have to find what truly makes you. Downside of being the best and winning all the time. You don't have a chance to learn, you don't make mistakes, okay? And yeah, when you don't make mistakes, what do you do? No growth, right? You're being very kind. When you're the best, you're winning, you become arrogant, right? You think you're a superhero who can solve anything, and you just don't need everybody else to help you, right? You develop a certain attitude. And I learned it the hard way. In 2009, I was asked to lead the electrical engineers in Cebu. And I didn't get to choose the team. Some were older than me, more experienced than me. Some are younger, immature individuals. Some are driven and talented. Some are just uninspired. So what do you do in such situations? When you are performing at your best, you think that it is just natural and logical for people to be doing and performing their best, right? It's just natural. You're dead wrong. It is easier to analyze complex equations, technical details. It's easier to understand those than to understand human behavior. When you are at your best, when you're at the top, it's very easy to promote you up the ranks in the corporate ladder, right? The bigger question is, are you ready to handle people? More often than not, no. So, how do you adjust then? How do you work with people? It's hard. And like Anne said, again, you have all this rather not well-known company. I was just paid enough because, again, I was just starting. And I seriously doubted whether I would have a good future, right? It's just paid enough. Okay, maybe, this may not be enough to help my family out. But I had a very good mentor. And I was very young then, right? I had a very good mentor, and he told me, that's fine, you're just starting, you're young. You are actually paid in two ways. One is money, and that's your salary and benefits. The second one is the experience. That made a lot of sense. From then on, I told myself, well, if I'm paid this much, then I make sure I have the best experience. I did my best to learn something new every day. I did my best to improve my skills so that I can contribute more to the team. Even the most boring and tedious tasks that others would shy away, I did without complaining. Over time, the leaders in NCR noticed. They gave me more projects where I could learn from. They even sent me twice to Dundee, Scotland. That picture over there is in Dundee, Scotland. And I think 4 times in Atlanta, Georgia, our world headquarters as well, to train and collaborate with the best engineers and the best minds in NCR. And that's when you believe, when you're good, when you put your heart to what you're doing, and you're passionate about what you're doing, you can do a lot of things. Do not think that I'm Filipino, I'm inferior, I cannot invent something, I cannot innovate. Well, I just did, right? I'm Filipino, right? So, with the teams that I work with and the community that I'm in, I've become a good son. I call my parents every day. I visit them every other week in Bohol. And I think I've become a good speaker as well because you're listening to me. And more importantly, I've become a Patriot Scholar. And I hope the lessons that I've shared to you today will somehow touch your lives. And as you become successful later on, you will also pay it forward and do testimonials like this to your fellow scholars and to people who have dreams that they may have a hard time believing in. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.